When we see an object with our eyes or take a picture of an object with a camera, it is always necessary to form an image of the object. So, how is an image forming? Optics like a lens and a mirror are typical items that play roles of forming an image. Here, I will first introduce the image formation by a convex lens. Let's consider a scenario where the convex lens and an object, a glowing candle, are positioned as depicted in the figure above. To illustrate the image formation, we include the optical axis and focal points of the convex lens in the figure. The object that emits its own light or is illuminated from the outside can be thought of as a collection of countless point light sources. Here, we adhere to convention, and focus only the light from the top of the object. All light rays from the object, positioned outside of the focal point, pass through the lens, intersect at a certain point, and then form an image of the object. The image formed, where the object and the image are on opposite sides of the lens, is a real image, and it is the upside-down, left-right inverted form of the object. The ray parallel to the optical axis passes through F image after exiting the lens, while the ray passing through the center of the lens continues without refraction. By tracing these two rays only, we can determine the image point of the object point. The picture on the right depicts a window as seen through a convex lens. The image appears inverted and reduced in size. Next, I will first introduce the image formation by a concave lens. The ray parallel to the optical axis is refracted by the lens so that the extension of the optical path passes through F object of the lens, while ray passing through the center of the lens goes straight ahead. The image formed between the lens and the object is a virtual image. The picture on the right depicts a still life photograph seen through myopia glasses, a concave lens. The image is not inverted but reduced in size. The explanation so far holds for the case where the rays are monochromatic light. White light, such as fluorescent light and sunlight, have multiple color components, also multiple wavelength, denoted as lambda. When white light passes through the lens, the rays with different colors are refracted at different angles, as shown in the above figure. This phenomenon, called chromatic aberration, occurs due to the wavelength dispersion of the lens refractive index. The shorter the wavelength of light, the greater the refraction. The picture on the right depicts a blind curtain seen through a convex lens. It shows the red color, longer wavelength, forming around the edge of each blind line, appears closer to the center of the lens than the blue color, shorter wavelength. Mirrors can also be employed to produce an image and address the issue of chromatic aberration found in lenses. Mirrors form the image by reflecting rays, whereas lenses do so by transmitting rays. The figure above illustrates the image formed by a concave mirror. The ray parallel to the optical axis is reflected by the concave mirror, and then passes through the focal point F of the mirror, while the ray incident on the center of the concave mirror is reflected at an angle equal to the angle of incidence. The reflection angle is not influenced by the color, wavelength, of light because it follows the law of reflection, Snell's law. So that, the chromatic aberration can be avoided. The image, formed at the same side of the concave mirror as the object, is the real image. The picture on the right depicts the still life photograph viewed through the spoon, a concave mirror. For the convex mirror, the ray parallel to the optical axis is reflected by the mirror so that the extension of the optical path passes through F, while the ray incident on a convex mirror with the extension passing through the center C of the mirror is reflected straight. A virtual image is formed at the opposite side of the convex mirror to the object, as shown in left figure. The picture on the right depicts the still life photograph viewed through the back side of the spoon, a concave mirror. In a practical optical measurement system like Ellipso Microscope, the sample was illuminated obliquely and observed obliquely. In practice, the object and the lens system are arranged as shown in the above figure. When the object plane is parallel to the principal plane of the lens, the image plane is also parallel to it. Here, the film plane collapses with the image plane. However, since the object plane is now oblique to the principal plane of the lens, the image plane is no longer parallel to the film plane. This implies that the previous image is partially out of focus. The image of the left part of the object is formed closer to the lens than that of the right part of the object. The planes of the object, lens, and image intersect at a line, as depicted in the figure, in accordance with the Scheimpflug principle. When film plane coincide with the image plane, the whole image is in focus. Another problem arises when the object plane is not parallel to the lens plane. The image becomes distorted due to varying magnifications for different parts of the object. An imaging system makes the aspect ratio of image to object equal, even when the object plane is not parallel to the lens plane. This system is doubly telecentric imaging system. The necessary conditions for a doubly telecentric system are that the back focus of lens 1 and the front focus of lens 2 coincide, and that the aperture stop is located at that position. The magnification of this system remains constant, even when the object's position changes. Therefore, the aspect ratio of the object and image is maintained even when the object plane is tilted. Similarly, the double telecentric system can be achieved with mirrors. This double telecentric CA-optric system is called Offner imaging system. The term Offner is derived from its inventor, A. Offner. At last, let's see our ellipso microscope and its resultant image of a sample. The Offner system is installed within the area enclosed by red line. The plane of the image sensor is arranged in accordance with the Scheimpflug condition. The resulting image suggests that the entire image plane was in focus, and the magnification remains constant.